Pictures, movies, and letters. If you were there, all you have left are the memories and memorabilia. Some good, some bad. But they have all faded, like old photographs. A chance to go back to those old battlefields and cemeteries that commemorate them is bitter and sweet. Not so much for remembering what happened, but to see what their sacrifice helped accomplish. White crosses and white stars, tattered parachutes and old cobblestone streets. They all remind us of those days gone by.
This opportunity to bring more World War II veterans back to the battlefields is one that not only has tremendous value and brings closure to the war for these veterans, but it also brings a tremendous amount of understanding, appreciation, and fulfillment for myself and those business leaders who happen to support this great organization. I can't stress enough how satisfying it's been for me to not only be able to see these battlefields and experience the foxholes and the World War II museums and the places that these victories were won, but also more than that, to experience the men who were responsible for those victories.
It's one terrible thing, to go without food for days. It's just, I don't know, you feel like nothing to eat and still working. You just felt like, I hope I can fall down here and die quickly. Not suffer, but die quickly before you want to walk any more miles. And we just kept walking and walking, and finally we're lucky. We finally got to a prison camp. And we thought we would be safe there. And as it was, a lot of us weren't lucky in being safe. But I think that has to do with each individual soldier. If you got the stamina and the fight and say, I'm going to beat this game, then you make it. But if you give up, you're not going to live very long. You can't make it. You got to get a hold of yourself and say, I'm American. By Jesus, I'm going to go back to America. And you fought for yourself, with yourself, to make you stand up to whatever they punished you out. You're going to make it back home. You got a family, mother, father, and you worry about them. And most of us did make it back home. But I feel sorry for the ones that didn't have the, well, like guts to fight for themselves.
It's really, really emotional. Like I said before, I'm not an emotional man, but you can't help but just think back to the days when we're comrades. I would have done anything for any of these guys, and vice versa. Such friendships we had until, for some reason or other, they got killed. I didn't. I have no idea why. I wish I knew. This is an experience shall never ever forget. This site here. I'm glad I came back here right now just to see it in this state. You really feel a sense of relief. Just no pressure, no nothing. Just sit there, and if you find somebody that, one of your friends or something, you sit down, talk with them for a little bit, and move on.
Bringing World War II veterans back to the battlefields is an opportunity that won't last for long. These 80 to 90-year-old men are now at the end of their journey, and to bring closure to it is a wonderful blessing.
I think the foundation is one of the greatest things that ever happened to me.
And it's been wonderful. I've enjoyed every minute of it. But everything's been so nice, and everybody, if you needed something, it was there, and if you needed help, it was there. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful trip.
The opportunity for me to be here with these men will be a memory that I will treasure and remember for the rest of my life. I can't recommend it highly enough for those of you who want to understand more about your history and our history as Americans. Come on aboard and bring some veterans back to the battlefield. It'll change you forever.
And to be with all these fellows, I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's just, everybody bonds, and it's like having another new family. It's just great. Couldn't be any better.